Let us take a trip just to watch the way these guys argue and to watch the way they talk. Let us take a trip to Knucklehead Row, the op-ed page of the New York Times.
Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, ho. Let's go waltzing down to Knucklehead Row.
On Knucklehead Row, there is no greater knucklehead than Paul Krugman. I think other knuckleheads are simply aspiring knuckleheads to the knucklehead king, Paul Krugman. Virtually everything he says is untrue. Today, he unleashes on the GOP saying they have no character, Republicans stink, everything about them is awful. The modern GOP is, to an extent never before seen in American history, a party built around bad faith, around pretending that its concerns and goals are very different from what they really are. Flag-waving claims of patriotism, pious invocations of morality, stern warnings about fiscal probity are all cover stories for an underlying agenda mainly concerned with making plutocrats even richer. That's what I want. I want plutocrats, because why would I want that? Why would I want that? Why would the people who vote for Donald Trump go out there to make plutocrats richer? That is insane. Doesn't matter. Let us go on with the knucklehead Paul Krugman. And the character flaws of the party end up being echoed by the character flaws of its most prominent members. Are they bad people who chose their political affiliation because it fits their proclivities, or potentially good people corrupted by the company they keep? Probably some of both. And they love you, the left. This is why we want to give up our guns, because they love us so much we don't have to fear them. In any case, let's be clear. America in 2018 is not a place where we can disagree without being disagreeable, where there are good people and good ideas on both sides. It's not a place where there are good ideas and good people on both sides, or whatever other bipartisan homily you want to recite. We are instead living in a kakistocracy, a nation ruled by the worst, and we need to face up to that unpleasant reality. That's what Paul Krugman thinks about you. But the thing is, this is what he thinks about anybody who disagrees with him. You know, I was looking around for information on my own. I stumbled on a several years old article by a woman named Carol Markowitz from the Daily Beast. Now, the Daily Beast, as I recall, is actually a left-wing thing, right? Yeah. Here, Carol Markowitz. His convention was called one of the worst ever. Chris Matthews deemed him dangerous and scary. Ellen DeGeneres said, if you're a woman, you should be very scared. His opponent ran an ad against him, portraying him as uniquely dangerous for women. I've never felt this way before, but it's a scary time to be a woman, said a woman in the ad. He was frequently called a bully, anti-immigrant, racist, stupid, and unfit to be president. Who was it? Mitt Romney. That's right. Mitt Romney, one of the nicest people who ever ran for president. I didn't agree with a lot of what he said. I don't think he ran a particularly good campaign, but there was no getting around the fact that he was a noble, decent, honorable human being who did things for his neighbors, who did things for anybody he could help. A New Republic article, this is still quoting from the Daily Beast, proclaimed, yes, Romney's vision for America really is that scary. The Huffington Post headline read, the severe danger of a Romney presidency. Rolling Stone explained why President Romney would be a disaster for women. And Nick Kristof in the New York Times pontificated on how Romney would treat women, spoiler alert, not well. Mitt Romney was, of course, far from the first Republican presidential candidate to get this treatment. George W. Bush, John McCain, and any Republican who has the audacity to challenge a Democrat for the presidency are treated to ever more alarmist rhetoric. Every gaffe, every uncorroborated story is blown up by a media seemingly unaware of its extreme bias. This is from the Daily Beast. Lest you imagine all presidential candidates get this kind of media treatment? Well, not quite. Barack Obama wasn't stupid when he said there were 57 states. He wasn't racist when he listened to Pastor Jeremiah Wright's sermons for 20 years. He wasn't insane when he said he would lower the oceans. He wasn't unfit when he said he would end the Iraq War on the very day he took office. He continually got the benefit of the doubt the Republicans never get from the press. And she goes on to quote, who do you think? Paul Krugman, as flinging every insult he has got in his book against Mitt Romney and George W. Bush. And the thing is, they don't understand. What they don't understand is our argument is not that our guys are good. I mean, nobody picks on Republican politicians like Republicans. Our argument is not that Donald Trump is a good person. It never has been. Our argument is that you, leftists, are so much worse, and your particular bad traits affect our freedoms in ways that Donald Trump's don't. It's a binary system. We got to choose one or the other. We choose the bad guy who will keep our freedoms rather than your bad guys who will go up against them.